Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Valencia, where we will be watching GT3s, GT4s in a in a hour race. We've got 7 minutes of practice left, and after that we're gonna be qualifying for 15 minutes. We're back, Klopter. We're back. Another week of broadcasts and possibly 2 races of my own this week. So let's go. We are in Valencia, 23 degrees, 30-degree track temp. Let's see what we're going up against. We have Mr. BMW, Switzer Motorsports, Roydy, 6 Carat, Bruce Twarz, Digi Deliverance, Viperbiker, Crisscross, Marjorie and Flitterflop. We have a lot of known names. Continuing with Saber, Marte, Panzerbero, No Chocolate. There is Dead Drop, Disorderly, Hushed Web, Escudo, Kutorm, Duck Boss, and Fezzy Binks. A lot of very well known names in the XCL races. So GT4s, GT3s with a 33.3 on the clock right now. I hope you all had a great week. I was away for work. I hope you all had lovely temperatures, lovely dinners, things with friends, had a good work week. I'm back, ready to go. I am gonna be drinking a little bit tonight. Don't drink and drive is what I always say, and that's what Heineken always says to you too. But it's been so hot, I've been waiting. I wanted to be fresh, so I've been waiting with having a little drink just before the stream starts. Otherwise, with these temps, I'll be going crazy after 3 drinks. So we've got 12 viewers, and like Klorkter one time said, if we can get more viewers on the stream, then there's races on the track, we're gonna have a perfect night. But here we go. We're gonna be taking a look around, and then I will shut up a little bit and let you all take in that summer vibe in Valencia. If you're still here and you're not already bored of me, I hope you all still like the streams. Of course, we've been away for a week. I did make a little clip of last week's incidents. I don't know how I can persuade you guys, and I don't know how I can make it as easy as possible, but I would like to have some more cool clips, you know, overtakes, maybe some crashes here and there, outbraking maneuvers, special maneuvers, pit lane incidents, stuff, just everything you see in real life, like everything that's good starts, like Klorkter says, good starts, like we going from, let's say, P5, P10 to P5, or maybe even P15 on to P3. Let's do it crazy on Monza, something like that. But that would be amazing. Yeah, we do want to see more tight things, Klorkter, but tight finishes is gonna be better. We do not need more clips sent to my DM. This is a Peggy 3 broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, welcome to Valencia. We have Idodo still in the pits. We have Crisscross driving around in his orange and grey Blaze Motorsport McLaren. We have Mr. Jordan. And we have Marte in the GT4 Aston. I'm very curious how we're gonna be able to keep these classes apart. We can see it, of course, but how is the racing gonna be like with these two classes on one track? We have Doug Boss, P1 at the moment, 133.3. We're gonna be going into chase cam, see if he's gonna be improving this lap. I hope you all had a great day. I don't know where you all are from. Possibly the Netherlands, close to the Netherlands, UK, America, Africa, Asia. It doesn't matter where you are. I hope you had a sunny day with enough drinks, enough snacks, and enough nice people around you. Hello, Chris. Chris, you gotta be watching the road, my man. Watch the road and not the broadcast. Let's go. I do have a track layout in front of me, and I am quickly checking if I'm not gonna be mistakenly saying the wrong corners again. We do have sometimes I'm actually worried about my phone. Like my phone is not not the fastest. This was a bad idea, Chris. It definitely is. It's at the moment, I don't know if you have air conditioning in your house. At the moment it's 28.5 degrees in my house. I do still have my pants on, ladies and gentlemen, but the shirt has come off. That's why we're not using a camera. That's why we're never gonna use a camera, because especially in the summertime, this broadcasting, I don't want to say it's as hard as racing, but racing is even harder. But being in your house with almost 29 degrees is a bit too much to be fully dressed. I'm a very racing in your book. Well, make sure everything is tucked inside, Chris. We don't want to have any incidents during the race. Not on the track and not at in your rig. Practice is over, ladies and gentlemen. a couple of cars. Even it's one car left and it's done. We're gonna be qualifying. I'm very curious. We did see a couple of fast guys. 6 Carab just went to P1 with a 31, I believe, 31.9, 32.0. But we do have 6 Carab. We do have Idodo. We did see Doug Boss getting a glimpse of a P1. We have Fezzy Binks also. Fezzy Binks, he might not be qualifying, or he might not have done any practice, but he will be at the front. We do have Chris, a solid P10 driver normally. And then we have the GT4s with Maarten, always great in the GT4. Disorderly blue ticks. We have no chocolate, which was a GT3 the last time I broadcasted the multi-class. Yeah, we are in for a lot of action, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be looking at who is the first on track. That's Idodo. We're gonna be following Idodo around for his very first qualifying lap. 2 corners to go, and then we're on the start-finish straight. 20 viewers, damn! You guys are gonna make me shy. I will. If this turns into a 22, 25 viewers, I am gonna be shy and I will shut up for the rest of the stream. But we call it Valencia, and this track is actually called, and I'm gonna butcher this. I'm gonna butcher the Spanish language over here. Circuit Ricardo Tormo. It's located near Valencia, and Valencia is in Spain, of course. It's on the Mediterranean Sea. It's like middle east of Spain. It's a city on the coast. I've never been there. Formula 1 used to race there. I don't know if it was exactly this track. I don't believe it. I think it was a more like a street circuit. I do have a whole list of track trivia about Valencia in front of me, but I do not wanna bore you all with a lot of stuff I can just take off of Google. If you'd like, I could put. If you guys would like that, I can put my track trivia, what I find out about the track, in the XCL description, in the XCL TV message before we're going live. But we do have Idodo coming up with a time 1:31.9, which is a very solid first lap. Fezzy Binks 31.7, even better. 6 Garab just a tenth behind, just short of a tenth behind. Hello Mr. Nightmare, I hope you're gonna be enjoying the stream. I do see Saber in here too. Hello Saber, I hope you had a great day. I think Klorpte and Chris will be talking to each other in a DM later. I don't know what's happening with the underwear and the practicing, but some things, ladies and gentlemen, some things you don't need to know, right? Some things just happen. But we will be switching to Fezzy Binks just around the 3rd corner. 4th corner, no, he's going. I'm not sharp, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta focus, we gotta focus. He's going up to a right-hander and then 2 left corners before going to the start-finish. really entertained. Well, is it my accent or I think I've got the best Dutch English accent out there. I think I'm sometimes talking more Dutch than English, but we will manage. Fezzy Binks going into the 1st corner. Let's see if he is gonna be getting P1 back from 6 Garab. With these top 3 guys very close to each other. 1:31.4 with just 200s behind Fezzy Binks in P2, and Idodo with just 600s behind. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes and wait for this chat to go all the way up until it's off your screen, yeah? I think I almost regret saying this was a Peggy 3 broadcast. I think it will never be. I think this will always be a 18 plus rated with maybe a little bit less, but this will be a mature broadcast. Maybe I should change that in the future. And I don't want to say this out loud, but I'm just gonna say it, Klorpte. As long as the horse doesn't ride her, it's all good, I think. We do see Fezzy Binks back on P1, 1:31.1, with Duck Boss in a sneaky P2 lap time. Duck Boss very solid all the time, having a bit of bad luck with the race starts, the first laps, all the incidents that happen. We will be going to the GT4s with Mr. Roydy, Mr. Digi Deliverance. They have not set a time yet, but they will be going in about 3 minutes. I do want to see who else is on the grid of the GT4s. Mr. Flitzflop, Mr. Saber, Marte, Panzerbero, No Chocolate. This is TZ3. It's a, what I know, a Romanian guy, what I've seen in the Discord. Bono Naminatsa, Mr. Chubutario. We do have a sound issue, guys. I don't know if you guys have the same on stream. My game sound is sometimes leaving the game, basically. My sound is going out, down, out. My accent is made for stream. Okay, I'm gonna be applying for a job at Sky or maybe Viaplay, something like that. Mr. TZ3. No Naptabuna yet, Mr. TZ3. No Naptabuna yet. No, this is my second. No, it's the second week broadcasting. We do we do not want to bother the people at the bigger entertainment industries. But we do have Duck Boss coming up on start finish. Can he improve? Can he snatch back P2? He cannot. We do have Idodo in P1, 31 blank almost. With Fezzy Binks not even a 10 behind, Duck Boss 2.5 tenths and 6 Carab lacking a little bit today in the Bentley with 4 tenths behind at the moment. And then we have a gap from P4 to P5 of about a second, with basically from P5 all the way to P10 possibly battling throughout the whole race. 1.4, 1.4, 1.5, 1.8, 1.8 and then 2.2. But if these guys are gonna be starting like this, if they have any instance, the whole top 10 is gonna be so close, and it's gonna be very hard for the top 4. If one of them is gonna have a mistake, it's gonna be very hard for them to catch each other again, because if you see this times, it's gonna be all about consistency. One good lap from the Dodo. The Dodo is what I think. I've seen him drive. I've seen him do a couple of races. He is a qualifying beast with excuse me, with normally an incident or two during the race. He is a qualifying beast, but always trouble always seems to find him. He is very lenient to the rookie guys, I must say. He always in the starter races, he doesn't even make reports against the rookies, so you gotta give him that. He is not he might get mad, he might be very active in the Discord, but he does have a heart, ladies and gentlemen. He does have that. You gotta give him that. We do have about 12, 13 GT4s. So we do have a bit more GT3s than GT4s. But the GT3s are done, ladies and gentlemen. We have the GT3. We have Idodo in 1, Fezzy Binks in 2, Duck Boss in 3 and 6 Carab in 4. A top 4 that's very close to each other, and then we have that little gap we were talking about. 4 to 5 is about a second, but P5 all the way to P10 within 7.5 tenths of each other. That's gonna be pretty interesting with an hour and so close to each other without incidents. These guys will be having a better, one will have a better pit stop, one will brake later, one will put off his pit limiter too soon and have a drive through. Everything can happen, but we will be going to the GT4s and I will be searching for whoever is driving in P1 at the moment, which I think is Mr. Disorderly. We will be going into chase cam and we will be following him around for his first flying lap. Hello Mr. Frankie Tizzle, I hope you had a great day also. I think the guys in chat are very active today. I'm having trouble again focusing on the timetable, on the chat, and also thinking about what I'm gonna talk about next. Chris, don't let your girlfriend read the chat, right? Klort is saying things that are not meant to be seen. Last corner for Mr. Disorderly. Let's see what time he's gonna be putting down. If it's gonna be clean, at least. If it's gonna be clean. .4, so we're gonna be calculating 9.4. That's easy. That's a 140.4 at the moment. 140.4 at the moment, with Maarten a almost 140, 141, a 140.1, ladies and gentlemen. I know you know my English isn't native, but we're doing our best here. Frankie, what is gonna be your phase 2 upgrade? What rig do you have? What wheel are you using? Pedal, stuff, tell us about it. Alright, Swine, you are done for today. I'm putting a tape on the screen over your messages, so the rest can see it and we don't. We will be going to Mr. Maarten with exactly the same livery as Mr. Disorderly. Both Apex Motorsport, and they will be battling and they will be respecting each other. With Disorderly just being 4 tenths behind. We do have the first GT4 in the 139s. And that is Mr. Flitserflop. And we do have Mr. Disorderly who joins him in the 139s, with Disorderly just having done a 139 point about 6 exactly, I believe. Yes. So first GT4 at the moment is just 3 seconds slower than the slowest GT3. That's still a lot. 3 seconds in a lap is a lot. But it's still quite fast for GT4. We do have what I said. Disorderly in P1 at the moment, 139.6 or 139.9, and then we have a 140.1 for Maarten. And we do have Mr. Panzerbero 8 tenths behind Mr. Maarten, and 9.9 behind is just under 141. What are you need to upgrade your racing setup? What are you racing with now, Nightmare? What is your what's your setup? Do you have a wheel? Are you sitting on a desk? Controller? Oh, that's nice. I do have Moza myself. I think I've heard Viper talk about a an alien mod for the brake, for the load cells. They seem to be pretty decent. The basic pedals with the alien load cell mod are doing a pretty good job, included with the performance mod. I didn't like the performance mod myself, but I switched to the CRP2 load cell pedals from Moza. I do not know about Cito. I got a next level GT for myself with a 34-inch TV, but Moza, for me, the wheel is nice. I do wish, because they already have that Xbox connection, they will upgrade the chip to more wheels so we can get more options. Basically, it's basically gonna be how expensive do you want to make it. But we are back to the race. We will be following Mr. Flitserflop around for his what might be his final push for a better lap time. Just 2/10 ahead. 8.4, 139.4 for Mr. Flitserflop. Mr. Flitserflop will have Disorderly and Maarten pushing. From what I can see, my guess is Flitserflop will definitely be able to start another lap. Disorderly might be able to start a new lap. Maarten, I'm not so sure, but my guesses have been wrong in the past, so don't pin me down on that. I do like the fact we have 21 viewers. Welcome everybody. If you didn't notice, we're on Valencia, a city on the east coast of Spain and on the Mediterranean coast. We are here today, 20 viewers, about 20 viewers. That's very nice. Thank you, LMW. Thank you for watching. Welcome. And we do see Mr. Flitserflop made it. Mr. Flop made it to start another lap. Disorderly didn't make it, and Maarten didn't make it either. So we do have no chocolate completing his lap time. Let's see if he can improve, and we will be switching back to Mr. Flitserflop later on. He is going into the pits. Do we have other people on track? Saber still on track with a 141 with Saber out. Mr. TZ3 into the pits, out of the race. So the only GT4 left on track at the moment is Mr. Flitserflop. Let's see if he can improve. 139.4 on the board. We will be going to the TV cams to see that McLaren bounce over the last curbs. Going towards the line. Let's see, 8.4 behind. Is he gonna improve? 8.2 behind. 8.2. He improved by about 1.5, 2/10 in his last final lap. That's a push lap for you. Under pressure, not under pressure, but under pressure from yourself, wanting to break your own lap time, and just getting that 39.2, 39.3 on the board. So that's our top 3 for the GT4s. Flitserflop, Disorderly, Marte, and then we have our GT3s. GT3s being Idodo, Fezzy Binks, Doug Boss. And then we have the GT4s, Flitserflop, Disorderly, and Marte. So the gaps in GT4 are very close at the start. We do not see the times anymore, but we will be checking it out, because the first lap, the first corner is a fast corner. Second corner is a pretty hard brake zone. So we will be seeing some issues over there. And I'm just wondering what that GT4 Lamborghini is doing in the back. Do we have GT4 Lamborghinis, guys? We don't, but we're gonna be pretending it's a GT4. Well, Saber, you had some bad luck. You had some bad luck, but you might be improving during the race. Chris, you wanted to be in your boxer short in your rig. We want you to send us a picture now, and we want you to send us a picture after. Yeah.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Just keep racing, Chris. Just do it. Sorry guys, I had to close my door. It's getting dark, so I don't want any mosquitoes. I already saw one mosquito. Had my door open, and yeah, we don't want the whole mosquito neighborhood in here. So Chris, well done. I'm proud of you, and we will be even prouder when you start dripping out of your seat in the first 5 minutes. So let's go. We will be going to our TV cams, and with the race start, as usual, we will be going to the helicam to follow everything from up top. if you just joined in, if you haven't been watching, if you are not a member of XCL yet, I've pinned down a message for you. If you're looking for the website to sign up, the Discord to join, to ask questions, if you do like the community and would like to see XCL grow, keep getting better, it's all there for you. We are at Valencia, 23 degrees outside with a track temp of 29 degrees. So these guys are almost, well, almost, it's actually cooler in Valencia than it is in my house. So next thing I do tomorrow is booking myself a ticket to Valencia to cool down. I am gonna be drinking a little bit, guys. It is way too hot over here. But we're gonna be going, ladies and gentlemen. Race start, helicam.
Green light, give it all you can.
And here we go. With Idodo keeping the inside. Fezzy Binks having a look on the outside, and Doug Boss or 6 Carab in the Bentley going all the way along the outside. In that beast of a Bentley. Idodo keeping the inside close, and Fezzy Binks trying to work his way around the Bentley, but just having a look. No major incidents yet, but we are here in P15 at the moment with a very close pack. Everybody's still very close. I do want to see Mr. Disorderly, who got taken out. We do see Idodo still in P1. And where is Marta? I wish in the next update, who knows is gonna be doing, they will fix the split times. Mr. Martin and Mr. Flitsflop. With Marta just behind and a couple of GT3s in between. If I'm not mistaken, that's Coutorm in the GT3 McLaren. With Marta in the Aston Martin, or in the Aston Martin, chasing Flitsflop with these GT3s, having a look. And where are you gonna be passing on this track? What is gonna be? We are gonna be going to Idodo, who is already 7.5 tenths away from Mr. 6 Carab. We do have Mr. Sveni with a drive-through, possibly a starting infringement, but the split start coming through now. We do have a Martin in front of Flitsflop, so that has been a great start from Martin in P3 and now in P1 in the GT4s. Gained 2 positions. Flitsflop lost a position. Panzer Barrow was, I believe, 4th in the GT4, so gained a position also. We do see 6 Carab went from P4 to P2, Fezzy Binks from P2 to P3, and Doug Boss from 3 to 4. The only one that has kept his position in the GT3s is Idodo, with Idodo having a gap of 8.5 tenths at the moment. We do see a very nice battle over here. 3 guys very closely to each other. 6 Carab leading the pack, Fezzy Binks chasing, and Doug Boss having the best view of us all. Thank you Frankie. I do like streaming. I do like the things we are seeing. I do like the things we get to do in XCL, that we can start here with the broadcast. But yeah, we are enjoying ourselves, and I'm very glad you guys are, or you at least, and maybe more guys are enjoying themselves too. But At the moment we do see Doug Boss still at the same gap behind. We will be going to the GT4s. We do want to see more action. We do have a battle over here with Dead Drop in a McLaren and just being behind Hushed Web at the moment. We do see still Escudo behind him and Mr. Hamsik, but at the moment Dead Drop and Hushed Web and Fezzy Binks and 6 Carab, this is the battle, guys. This is the top battle. And as we know from F1, we do like to see battles in the back, we do like to see battles on the track. This is at the moment our #1 battle, so we don't want to miss out on this, but we will be switching in the meantime. We do want to keep watching this battle with Dead Drop having passed Hushed Web and Mr. Escudo Wolf and Hamsik in another McLaren behind. We're gonna take a look at our GT4s with Flitserflop still in P2 and Mr. Manguela coming closer and closer towards Martin. But as I said, we don't want to miss out. We don't want to miss out on this battle right here. 6 Carab versus Fezzy Binks. Idodo 1.6 ahead, and then we have Fezzy Binks just 3/10 behind 6 Carab. The split is looking way bigger than it actually is, though. My guess is this is not 3/10. And Doug Boss at the moment losing a bit of time with these guys gaining a little bit for themselves. At the moment we do have a gap of half a second. According to the split, we will be switching back to Martin Flitserflop. And we do see Viper Biker catching up to Manguela Cervera. Probably a home race for this guy. He might be South American or he might be Spanish, Portuguese. I think a better name would be Manguela Cerveza. Dos cerveza por favor. Vamos. The Boatly is a very big boat, yes indeed. And they were all very close, but Idodo was 1.6, 1.7 in front, right now 1.5, so they are not losing as much time as we're thinking. With Doug Boss still staying within 1.5 seconds. The Bentley, I've driven the Bentley. I do think the Bentley has one of the best downshift sounds in the game. It might be competing with the Merc on that one. The downshifts in the Bentley are amazing. We will be going and trying to listen to those downshifts, or the sound of the Bentley in general. So I have a time to drink and to get that sweat off my forehead by talking so much. Listen to those little rumbles coming out of that exhaust. The Bentley and the Merc. I think the Merc is more like a bang, and the Bentley has those little pops and bangs. Like, it's not gonna be your regular Golf GTI 7 with the Gucci boys inside. It's a real beast of a car, this Bentley. But we will be going to this battle over here. It's closer than we might think, but we don't want to miss out on the GT4 battle with Flitzer Flop still very close to Marta. And we do have these guys over here. Saber in front of Disorderly. Disorderly being a very fast guy. Saber had bad luck in qualifying with a couple of invalidated laps after each other. I think he was talking about 3 or 4 laps. Not bad for a ship, Zettel. Not bad. But Disorderly is having a look and making the move. Saber being very nice over here. Saber is being very gentle. I think Saber is just wanting to complete his race without incidents. So just let Disorderly go and be on your way. We do see these guys over here. Panzerbero in a Mercedes. And then we have Swaney in a Mercedes AMG. The GT3 in front, the GT4 behind it. So you can actually see very well what the difference is between the GT3 and the GT4. Way more downforce, way more diffusers, way more splitters. It's all just way more and way bigger on the GT3s. We will be going back to with Fezzy Binks. We just switched to another battle, guys, and we do see Fezzy Binks having passed 6 Scarab in the Bentley. Bentley probably held up by a GT4 or having a mistake with that very big and very heavy car around Valencia. Idodo now 2.7 ahead. Idodo having a cruise at the moment. But we will be watching this, guys, because Scarab was pulling away a little bit. So let's see if he can close the gap, and we will be watching the splits to see if we can catch more battles going on. This was a battle on the split, but the battle is non-existent, so we will continue watching. We're here. Panzerbero in the Mercedes. No Chocolate in the Ginetta. And another Ginetta behind him. Panzerbero, No Chocolate and Digi Deliverance very close to each other. With Marta pulling away from Flitserflop. Marta being in P1 GT4, Flitserflop in P2 GT4, and Svaney now back up to P3 in GT4. But Disorderly is gaining and gaining. Very curious where Disorderly is gonna be going. Just a quick look. What? Oh! Whoa! 6 Scarab being touched by a GT4 McLaren. Who was the GT4 McLaren? Let's have a look. Was that Mr. Carlos? That was Mr. Carlos. Scarab got hit very, very lightly, but just enough to unsettle him and spin him around. Carlos the Pirate, he just pirated 6 Scarab. And Fazzy Binks on his way. But we do see a very, very close. I do see these guys. We were just watching them. Panzer Barrow and No Chocolate with Digi Deliverance very, very close. And is this the Dodo behind him? The Dodo is behind him. He is. So let's see how this is gonna be ending. With Digi Deliverance already letting iDodo go. No Chocolate doing the same. And what is Panzer Barrow gonna do? Just slowing down slightly. With Fazzy Binks in the mix as well. 5 cars, 3 GT4s, 2 GT3s cutting through. And Fazzy Binks is on a charge. It was 2.7 and with the traffic brought it back down to 1.5 at the moment. So Fazzy is making iDodo sweat. We do not want to miss out. This is our best battle at the moment, with Doug Boss just closing in behind him. Doug Boss can pass him on the straights, that's gonna help him massively. And these GT4 guys as well. We will be keeping an eye on Fazzy Binks in P2. Is he gonna close the gaps? But we will be watching what other battles we have. At the moment we're gonna stay here, because I think if No Chocolate is gonna lose his patience, he is gonna try something to Panzer Barrow, or Panzer Barrow gets nervous and something like this happens. Everything can happen if you're battling close for multiple laps. I would say, as a broadcaster, if you're stuck behind someone and you don't have the overspeed to overtake them, try and make them nervous. They are both driving away from Digi Deliverance though. Digi Deliverance is losing out and Panzer Barrow is missing his brake point, completely going wide into the gravel. Slotting in behind Mr. No Chocolate. And then Digi Deliverance is on the bum, as we say on this stream, of Panzer Barrow. Panzer Barrow having to move, but 6 Scarab is behind them. They don't want to let 6 Scarab pass. They don't want to slow down. They are having a battle of their own. And we do see Digi Deliverance in front of Panzer Barrow, and we do see Mr. TZ3 also passing Panzer Barrow. So this is very, very exciting. A lot of moves, and this orderly is coming up on the back of him. We have at the moment Digi Deliverance, TZ3, Panzer Barrow and Disorderly coming very, very close. We will be following Disorderly for his charge through the field at the moment. Fazzy Binks went to 1.5, is back to 2.2. Fazzy Binks is losing out at the moment. Doug Boss is losing out at the moment from Fazzy Binks, and Scarab 2.4 behind BMW from Switzer Motorsport. Disorderly slotting in right behind Panzer Barrow. Let's see how quick he can make a move. The quicker he does this, the more chance he's got on getting back close to that podium if he can. They definitely do, Zettel. They definitely do. The couple of multi-classes I have seen, and I have seen being broadcasted by other people. I've seen races, race results. I've seen people talking in the Discord. Multi-class is always a blast. GT4s are so close, and people are so much more. They are so much more one with the car. It seems people are racing very nicely. With the GT3s, most of the time having a bit more incidents. Yeah, so in the GT4s, like we say on the broadcast, kissing is alright. Kissing never hurt anybody. So with the GT4s you can apply that a bit more. With Disorderly being stuck behind them at the moment. But we do see Digi Deliverance still leading this pack of 4 GT4s. Then we have Mr. TC3 just behind, Panzerbero and Disorderly. Disorderly not able to make a move at the moment with a Merc chasing him down. That was not the Merc we were looking for, but I think it's Mr. Baus. It's amazing, and you might be looking at this screen right now and thinking, ah, those GT3s are not that much faster, but if you're on track in a GT3 and you do see a GT4 just 1 or 2 corners, 3 maybe ahead, the speed at what you're gaining time and gaining meters on them, it's crazy. There is in fact a very big difference. With Mr. Flitserflop still very close to Marta. With Marta having a bit of trouble with the GT3s and Flitserflop slotting in behind him. Split says 1 second. It is about not even a tenth at the moment. Flitserflop on the inside. Marta back on the inside. Chasing each other, swapping positions. This is what we want to see, and I'm so very glad we were here on time at the moment. Flitserflop back in P1 GT4. Marta back in P2. Let's see what Marta is gonna do. Is he gonna make a move? Second corner. Is he gonna be slotting in behind him? Is he gonna try an undercut with 37 minutes to go? An early pit stop. And we do see GT4 Mr. No Chocolate in P3 GT4s, and Digi Deliverance, TC3, Disorderly, and Disorderly having passed Panzerbero. So Disorderly is able to continue his charge, but what and how and where and how fast is Disorderly gonna be able to make a move? We have seen Disorderly being stuck for about two laps until other people make mistakes. So the overspeed is not, he does have overspeed in clear air, but overtaking is something different. We do want to stay here though. This is our battle. And we do see Fezzy Binks back on 2 seconds, so he's lost about half a second in the last 4-5 laps. Idodo having a solid race so far, no incidents yet. With Duckballs falling further behind and Scarab having done his pit stop. We are gonna be seeing is Scarab. He was chasing BMW Switzer Motorsport for P4. So we will be checking this. Scarab fallen back to P15. As soon as BMW Switzer Motorsport pits, where is Scarab gonna be coming back? With Flitserflop and Marta having a real good battle. We do not want to miss out on these guys though. Mr. TZ3. Mar Jordan, Digi Deliverance. Mar Jordan being a GT3 in the mix. But TZ3 in the Aston Martin. Digi Deliverance in the Ginetta. And I'm very much wondering who that other flashing GT4 was. Another Aston Martin. It's not disorderly for sure. What was it? Mr. TZ3, I guess. Yes, it was. He was flashing Mr. Black. We were mistaken. With disorderly going very wide coming out of that tight right-hander. With no chocolate, gaining a lot of time. This is the battle at the moment. 3 GT4s, TZ3, our Romanian driver. We have Digi Deliverance and Disorderly, all three very close to each other. And Panzerbero losing time. Disorderly going way to the inside, having a look with Digi Deliverance in the Ginetta, taking the inside line, and Disorderly following Digi Deliverance to pass Mr. TZ3. And we do see these GT3s behind them, flashing lights, wanting to pass, having their own battle. Everybody's battling. So where are you gonna slow down? Who are you gonna let go? What do you wanna do? We do know this Mercedes is Mr. Baus. So he is battling with Harshweb and Mr. Baus going very wide. And Harshweb in the McLaren, having passed these GT4s, can gain on Mr. Baus quickly. Extend the gap. Get yourself comfortable. Get in the rhythm. Find a little bit of clear air on this busy track. We do want to go back to Digi Deliverance though. With 32 minutes to go. And we do see that BMW Switzer Motorsport in the GT3 is still going. This is the best battle at the moment. We do see Flitserflop and Marta very close. Still fighting for P1 with the both of them. But this is what we want to see. Digi Deliverance versus Disorderly. Six Scarab got hit by a GT4 going into what I believe was the sixth corner, I believe, the left-hander. Whoa, Disorderly and Digi Deliverance having a very big moment with Disorderly missing his brake point completely, or Digi Deliverance braking early and having a big incident with the both of them. Disorderly now way ahead of Digi-Deliverance. Digi-Deliverance going wide also, with Panzerbero having passed. This orderly. Panzerbero almost hitting the GT3. All going in. And Panzerbero keeps going. This orderly keeps going. And what is Maarten and Flitserflop doing? We do see Fezzy Binks having pitted. In P6, Idodo still going on. Doug Boss in second place, 14.7 seconds behind Idodo. We do see dead drop in P4, but these guys are all gonna be, except for the top 3, are all gonna be falling back when they pit. Chris in P11 having pitted.
Mark, still a long way to go.
Chris is gonna have a solid result, ladies and gentlemen. Chris is having already pitted, only 10 seconds behind P10. Chris is gonna be possibly going back to P7 as soon as these other guys pit. The Dodo is still going. Doug Boss is in the pit, so Fezzy Binks is gonna be passing. Fezzy Binks having already passed. But is stuck behind Wolf, is stuck behind Escudo Wolf at the moment. I do want to see, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on here. Maarten and Flitserflop having a big gap at the moment. Maarten having fallen back. And what is Disorderly doing? Disorderly and Digi-Deliverance, the gap is very big at the moment. We do see Maarten in P1. Flitserflop having pitted. The split is doing all kinds of crazy things with BMW Switzer Motorsports in the pit lane. Where is Mr. Six Garab? He is far behind. He is not gonna be passing him. Switzer Motorsports still in the pit lane. Doug Boss having passed. So this split is gonna do all kinds of crazy things. Idodo is still gonna be P1. Dead drop. We will take a look at the fastest lap from Idodo. 1:30.9. That's a tenth faster than his qualifying lap. But it's not the fastest time. It is the fastest time. It is the fastest time. I should not be lying, ladies and gentlemen. 1:30.920. Fezzy Binks P2. Doug Boss in basically P3, having passed Switzer Motorsport. And where is Scarab? P9 has had a lot of inconveniences with the GT4s. We do see these guys though, Hurst Webb and Coutorm, both in a McLaren, 5/10 apart from each other. If F1 does quali-pace laps and the tires could hold up and they could grab a bit more fuel, in the pit stop, that would be amazing. I think you'd see with better tires, pit stops and a bit lighter cars. I think that will be amazing. Smaller, lighter, better tires and a fueled pit stop. We do see iDodo way in front though. We've got 25 minutes left. If iDodo is not having any bad luck today, he is gonna be winning Valencia. But we still have 25 minutes left, so everything can happen with iDodo behind Marta and Flitserflop. These guys will be going on like this the rest of the race. Flitserflop and Marta, they will keep swapping positions the whole race. These guys have been battling from the first lap. If Marta wasn't sweaty already, he is definitely gonna be after this race. And you do hear that Merc on the background, right? We are looking at the GT4s and you hear that Merc GT3 coming closer and closer. I believe that's Mr. Baus again. We will be going to Mr. Baus to see how he's gonna catch up to Flitserflop and Marta. Let's go on board, Klorte. Here we go. On board with Baus. What's he gonna do? Helmet cam, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this from F1 and it's come to Assetto Corsa too. Our image from the helmet cam is way sharper though, so we should be guarding this secret from the F1 broadcasters. We do see this battle though. We do see these guys, Marta and Flitserflop. Let's switch back. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be calling this. Normally, I'm putting up after the stream. I'm putting up the date, the track, what kind of event it was on the title of the stream. I think we're gonna be calling this the Flitserflop versus Marta broadcast. Just so everybody knows, it was this exact day we streamed. Having a look, swerving back. With both of them going pretty wide, touching the gravel. With this last corner being pretty tricky. And this guy behind could be Kutorm. It could be someone else. That McLaren has some speed though. We will be seeing a move from Flitserflop. Marta already trying to defend. Flitserflop having way more speed. Going up on the inside and they're switching positions once again. Marta cutting back in. Taking the inside line for the second corner. This is some real good racing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we want to see. These GT3s on my behalf can wait. Doug Boss, if you're listening, if you're watching, Just let these guys battle for a bit and go past on the start finish line. Clip it, clip it. Damn, Klorte. You are right. We're clipping it. I hope we're on time. But we're lucky. We're saving the streams. So after the race, tomorrow, I can watch this whole broadcast back and I can clip a lot more things. We do want to clip 6 Scarab and his GT4 incident. We do want to see a couple of incidents first lap. We do want to see TZ3, Digi-Deliverance, Disorderly, Panzerbero, TZ3. We do want to see a lot of guys, so I will be clipping things tomorrow. And these guys are having such a great battle. We are not going to be switching any moment soon, guys. We will be watching this. We will be watching the split, but we will be following these guys around. And switching positions again. Will Flitserflop go back on the inside? He does not, but Marta is just having a look, not doing anything crazy at the moment. And Marta was having a moment, and he will be a little bit sour because of that. He will be driving with a bit of frustration on himself, maybe. So we will be watching this. I will be having a look at the split. What do we have going on? Do we want to be switching? We do see Saber catching back up to Carlos the Pirate. Carlos the Pirate, who mistakenly or not on purpose had an incident with 6 Scarab, and 6 Scarab fell back because of that. We are going back to Marta and Flitserflop quickly though, because we do not want to miss out. These guys have been putting on a show tonight, and they will probably keep giving us a show for 18 more minutes. With Marta just staying a little bit, he's telling Flitserflop right now, you can see me, I know you can see me, I'm not going away unless I make a mistake. He does have, going very, very wide, and he's letting that McLaren slide into the corners, like it's gliding into the corners. We do see our next battle in the GT4s. Disorderly passing, or he has already passed No Chocolate. We did see the split too late. We do need upgraded split. Assetto Corsa, Kuno Simulazioni. Please give us better split times. Grazie. Grazie mille. Yeah, guys, I do want to say I don't want to make this the Flitserflop and Marta show at the moment, but when we're looking at the splits, the whole field is kind of spread out. We're trying to catch, of course, as much as we can of the action, but I do not want to miss out. I do think you all don't want to miss out on this again. We're just gonna be watching. Marta has a bit more speed. It's just the guy that's behind is getting a tow, and these guys are just basically pulling each other away from the other drivers, with Flitserflop now extending the gap. So can Flitserflop keep this going, or will Maarten be back on his ass in a minute? It is way too fast. We've got 15 minutes left of this hour. With checking the split, I was gonna say, who's this dummy over here that hasn't pitted yet, but it's myself. It's myself. But like I always say, this guy over here, this guy has the sexiest car on the grid. Just so you know. No doubt about it. And I think this is Mr. Coutorm. It is not. So who else is? It's Mar Jordan. Looks like a drive-through for the commentator. It's a pretty, I think it's a drive-through. It's a 60-minute drive-through and 100 points on my license. And 10 seconds penalty for Ocon. Do see Doug Boss again behind Maarten. Maarten is losing time at the moment. Might be because of the GT3s, it might be because he's pushing a bit too much at the moment. I did not watch the 24 hours. I was doing 8-hour on and 8-hour off with Flitserflop going very wide to let Doug Boss through, and Maarten is back on his ass. That's how quickly it can change, ladies and gentlemen. From losing time to being back into your toe position. But no, I was doing 8-hour on and off shifts on the ship. A little bit about myself, working as an inland river captain. We have four or five guys on the. We can definitely do a Maarten onboard cam. That is not a problem at all. We're working with 5 guys on a ship, and that's basically going 24 hours. So when I'm on the ship, it's either 8 hours of sailing or 8 hours of sleeping, or resting for that matter. It's nice to talk about myself with that Aston Martin V8 sound. We are back in the helmet cam that F1 wishes they had. We do see Flitserflop maximizing a lot of corners, and if I'm not mistaken, the gap is not increasing or decreasing. It's a very close match between these two guys. We do see, I don't know if this is true at the moment. We did see Escudo Wolf catching up to Mr. Understeer, and this gap is 14 seconds. Then we have a possibly 14 seconds to Doug Boss, and then a 14 seconds to Switzer Motorsport. And where is Six Scarab? Six Scarab is far away from Chris. Chris having a very solid race. We have not seen him much. We have not been looking at him much. But he is having a very solid race in P6. It'll be a great result if he can keep this up. But where is Maarten? And Flitserflop is moving. That's Maarten looking at the back of Flitserflop's McLaren. 1.1 the gap at the moment, so This is Flitserflop's moment. Can he keep it up? Can he keep driving like he does right now? We see what did we see? I think we saw Mr. Viperbiker with Sveni coming up and 6 Scarab in the mix. Put in your votes now. Driver of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Driver of the day. GT3 or GT4. Driver of the day. Are we gonna do it? Should I make a poll? Or how do we say that in English? An inquiry? To keep it all nice and gentle and gentlemanish. UK-ish. Cup of tea-ish. How do we say that? Flitserflop is far away from Martin. 4.2 seconds. So this battle, if they are keeping the same pace, is over. Very sad to see this battle being over. They were putting up a show. They have been giving us a show for about 50 minutes. 50 minutes of this race. Chris, driver of the day, for driving in his boxer short. He's gonna be happy about that. He's gonna be happy. Marta, Senior says Marta. I would say Marta and Flitserflop are definitely the top 2 on my list. But who is gonna take the driver of the day? Disorderly. If we're looking at the GT4s, Flitserflop P1, Marta P2, and Disorderly is back in P3, ladies and gentlemen. So he has been driving a massive catch-up race. He has been catching up all race. A fight back through the field with a GT3 on his ass. Can we say ass? Can we say the F word? I don't know if Twitch will allow us, but if we don't have sound the next broadcast, we will know for sure. But the gap was 4.2. We have 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes 50 left. And now it's back to 3.8, what I've seen. So that's 4/10 a lap. 4/10 a lap is not gonna be enough. We're gonna be needing 10 more laps, with a lap being 1 minute and 40. That is gonna be a 15-minute gap. So we're not gonna be, if this is gonna be it, 4/10, it's gonna be enough for Flitserflop to take the P1 and go home with a ball of champagne. But we're not done yet. We do see Sveni catching up to Viperbiker. I did hear from Viperbiker and from Senior, I'm not allowed to broadcast them anymore because they will get the commentator's curse, and that's not what you want. So Swine, it's all on you. If I'm missing half the grid, you're the one to blame. 4.1. This gap between Flitserflop and Maarten is gonna stay around the 4 second, 3.5 second, 4 second mark is my guess. But like I always say with my guesses, I don't want to sound like a pensioned guy or like I'm living the last years of my life, but my guesses have been wrong. My calculations are not on point without a calculator, so don't pin me down on any guesses I do. Chris, still in P6 with 6 Carab still behind him. I'm very curious what the gap is at the moment. Is P6 gonna be for Chris or is it gonna be for 6 Carab? But as we can see, it's 22 seconds with Chris already having done the whole first sector. 6 Carab just through the first corner going into the second. But we do see slowly catching up Mr. Understeer to Escudo Wolf, or Escudo Wolf has just passed him if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Sveni, who was catching Viper Biker, but Viper Biker creating a gap for himself, and that is it for the battles at the moment. So we will be going to Mr. Idodo, and as soon as he is through the last corner, we will go on board and watch a lap of P1 on Valencia. Dead Drop P5 having a very solid race. I think he started in P6, P7 and maintained his position and even gained a couple of positions throughout the race. We do see Idodo flashing. And is that Viper Biker? Yes, it is. And Sveni is coming closer and closer. But we will be going on board with Mr. Idodo, P1. A lap of Valencia with the quickest guy on track, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your ears. The Ferrari and every other onboard for that matter is very loud. It's getting very close to that GT4. Baus is the best rookie indeed, Thornton. Well done. I didn't even notice. I'm just looking at names and positions, splits. He is the best rookie. 18 seconds ahead of the number 2 rookie. Little catching up of the back end of the Ferrari. That's a lap with P1 Valencia. That's a lap of P1. Very quick, and we see 6 Carab just ahead of Idodo. I'm very curious if we're gonna be seeing a in the last 2 minutes with Idodo cutting up on the inside of the GT4. If 6 Carab is gonna give us a textbook blue flag pass for Idodo. If we're gonna be seeing that, I don't know. It would be nice to see 2 quick guys showing us all how a blue flag should be done, or how it's the best way to be done. We do see Mr. Understeer still 8 tenths behind Mr. Escudo Wolf. The last battles on the track are almost non-existent. We have the gap between Flitserflop and Maarten still around the 4-second mark, with Disorderly still in P3 and No Chocolate fallen behind. We do see a drive-through for Sveni because of track limits, but we do want to go to 6 Carab and see how a blue flag should be done.
Leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
It's the last lap though, guys. With these guys giving it them all. Especially Idodo. Idodo from the start has been pulling away. Fezzy Binks was catching him for a little bit in the beginning. But Idodo has had a very, very solid race. He has had a been pulling away from the start. Very, very solid. With Idodo on the inside of 6 Carab. 6 Carab not letting him pass easily, but just enough room. I won't say it's a textbook pass, but it's safe between two experienced drivers. Lost not a lot of time, and they are both alive. We're gonna be searching for a last battle, but we are in a very bad position as a broadcaster because there is almost no battles at the moment. We will just go to Idodo, seeing him finish in P1. Fezzy Binks. We will be following around Fezzy Binks. Coming up on the last corner, finishing P2 for the GT3s. And then we will take a quick look. Where is Mr. Flitserflop? He is still far away. So we can see Doug Boss P3 also finish on Valencia. So we've got Idodo P1, Fezzy Binks P2, Doug Boss P3. That's our top 3 for the GT3s in Valencia. So we will be going to Flitserflop, taking P1 with a big weave and a swerve. Very well done. A very good race from Flitserflop. A very solid result. Maarten finishing in second, probably going to drive towards Mr. Flitserflop to do a donut together with him, possibly. But these two guys, the McLaren and the Aston Martin of Maarten, have been giving us a 45-minute show today. These guys have been amazing. Thank you, Klorpte, for watching and being here in the chat. Very fun, very active chat today. And here we have Disorderly in P3. So that's Idodo, Fezzy Binks and Doug Boss for the GT3s. And then we have Flitserflop, Maarten and Disorderly for the GT4s. It was a very great race to watch. We do want to see a after race Discord picture from Crisscross, and with that message I will end the stream and let you all go to bed with Crisscross in your minds. Have a great evening. I had a blast, hope you had a blast, and see you next time. Thank you, Nightmare. Thank you. Goodbye, all. See ya.